Good evening, Krishna Rao garu. Welcome to IYRTalks on this 20th May of 2024. And today we have heard a very sad news that the Iranian president, Mr. Ibrahim Raisi, died in a helicopter accident because of the inclement weather over the area where he was flying. In fact, two other helicopters landed safely, but only this helicopter crashed. So that gives a little suspicion whether there is any sabotage. So that you need to evaluate and tell us. And in fact, we last talks we discussed about Chabhar, port, and the India having a tie-up for the next 10 years of maintenance as an alternative route for its imports from the other part of the world. So these things, and in fact, even though he is a president, but ultimately he is a loyal person to Mr. Khomeini, the ruler for the Iran, and how the relationships are going to be now between India and Iran in light of his sudden death, and also the Iran-Israel conflict, how it is going to take shape further in the future. Your reflections on that.
One thing, the relationship between Iran and India are strategic, geopolitical, and are based on long-term interests of both the countries. So whoever is going to rule, it may not really have a major impact as far as the India-Iran relations are concerned. Whether Raisi is there, Raisi is not there, may not really impact this. In fact, India had the best of relationship with Iran even before this Islamic regime took over. Shah of Iran used to rule Iran, and Mrs. Gandhi was the Prime Minister here. And that's when the strong foundations of an Indo-Iranian partnership was laid. I think this Kudremukh iron ore project was 100% financed by Iran, and it was going on well when there was a change of regime there. Even after the change of regime also, they were equally receptive to Indians, and a lot of Indian doctors, engineers went and worked in Iran. So Iranian relationship is a long-standing relationship, a strategic relationship, geopolitical relationship. So it will continue the same way with or without Raisi. That's as far as the Indo-Iranian relationship is concerned. The second one, Israel-Iran conflict. Where does it stand? Second, the suspicion whether it was accidental or sabotage by Mossad, the Israeli intelligence wing. Here also, I don't think this would have been attempted by Mossad for the following reasons. One, if they were to attack, they would have attacked Khomeini, because in the Iranian political structure, it's not the president who matters, it is the supreme religious leader who matters, and it is that Khomeini. And if there is a setback for Khomeini, then yes, you can expect some regime change, but not when a president goes. So why should they eliminate someone who is not as consequential as the supreme leader within the hierarchy of Iran? So to that extent, I don't think the Mossad may not have a hand as far as this is concerned, and it may be a purely accidental death. Of course, Americans did target the person who was in charge of the Iranian Guards, which is that militant wing which was supporting all these terrorist activities in Syria, Lebanon, Houthis in Yemen, and those things. But he was at an operational level where he was fully involved in all these terrorist activities. So they targeted him and killed him through drones when he was in the Iraqi airport. That was at the operational level. You have the operational level and the highest level, which is Khomeini. Crazy is somebody in between, so it hardly matters. So I don't think. And then secondly, today Israel hands are full with Gaza Strip. I mean, I don't think it's easy for them to extricate themselves also from Gaza. They really got into a deep quagmire there. So while fighting that big battle there, why should they open a new front here and have a fighting with Iran, which is also a very strong military country. So I don't think this would have been done by the Israelis. It's an accidental death, unfortunate death. That's my assessment of the incident.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.